Welcome back, everybody. It is time for the third game of the series, the deciding game between Eon Zerg and Rams here in the winner's match. Whoever wins this game on Fighting Spirit will advance to the round of 8 to face True Touch, I believe, in the bottom half of the bracket. And whoever loses the game will go on to play in the final match against the winner of Dodie versus Terror.
Yeah, this is an edge of the seat moment. It could be either of them right now. It looked like last game was all over, but then boom, Eons are coming right back into it, and just showing us all he's never dead, even after like 1.5 failed all-ins. So it can always happen. But Rams, I think he's just going to want to really tighten up on that particular area of play last game. His missile turret placement really let him down, and I think that instead of kicking himself, he's gonna be able to bounce back, probably deal with that.
You know what's
area.
gonna happen here, though, Elegant? See, Rams is now on home soil. We're on Fighting Spirit.
Yes.
All of Rams' practice games on Fish, I'm sure, have been on this map. I'd be surprised if more than 1% of his games were on anything but Fighting Spirit. So, so he should know exactly where to place turrets, exactly how to defend against Muta Harass. I would say, even compared to someone like Eon Zerg, who I'm sure has played plenty of games on Fighting Spirit, Rams must feel so comfortable. So, you know, if he just plays safe, plays stable, I think we're at least in for a good game here.
That's what I'm hoping for, really. That's top priority.
Alright, so here we go. Game number 3, Eon Zerg versus Rams. And here we go, the top left position as the purple Zerg, we have IFU Eon Zerg. At the bottom left, as the yellow Terran, we have Rams.
Ooh, almost kept myself muted right there. Yeah, I'm. This is going to be a fascinating game. It could really go either way. These players are looking really good. Eon Zerg in game 1, he was definitely behind Rams mechanically, though. There's no doubt about it. Rams was a step ahead of him mechanically, but showing human weakness in the last game. Eon Zerg was able to exploit it, and sometimes one of the advantages of Zerg is you can exploit single weaknesses to victory, possibly more than the other races.
Yep, I mean that's sort of what Eon Zerg did against Terra already. So
yeah,
really
I was
showcasing that.
Thinking that. Yeah, the missile turret placement kind of mistakes were similar. Although Terra, funnily enough, got away with it far more than Rams did. Yeah,
I think you know, I think Rams should probably just play this really safe and defensively, and just try and stick it out until the late game. Because I think if this goes to a super late game TBZ, I'm pretty sure Rams will have a significant edge here. So,
yeah, I think so.
You know, don't take any huge risks. Just, you know, stay calm, stay cool. You know, go do the split map late game mech TBZ that all Zergs hate, and you'll be good to go. Let's go. All right, let's go. Hour-long game. Let's do it.
Hour-long game. Yeah, I'm ready. I've got my best casting voice ready to go.
Nice.
Bring it on, guys. But I think that the first game, it was a bit more favorable. Well, I say favorable. The map, I felt like it was a little bit more favorable for the way Rams was playing. So presumably he's got a lot more in his arsenal for Fighting Spirit, like you say, because you know he's going to be super comfortable on it. But he's going to have to do something a little bit different. He's not going to be able to win in quite the same way that he won in game 1. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Meanwhile, he's doing the good old double SCV scout again, but his first SCV is going to get over here ASAPly, and he's going to see, surprise, no 9 pool. It was just a 12 hatch from Eon Zerg this time.
Yeah, and I don't know how he's going to be feeling about that. I think that's kind of interesting, actually, to see coming out of Eon Zerg.
Yeah.
Not too surprising considering the way last game went, because Rams was just well on top of it. He was not going to be taken by surprise, and he was not taken by surprise. So
Eon Zerg, just like because he wasn't comfortable on Polaris Rhapsody and Andromeda, wanted to just win with 9 pools both times, which obviously didn't work.
Funnily enough, it was a disaster both times.
That might have been the plan. And now he's on Fighting Spirit. He's like, oh, I know Fighting Spirit. All right, let's not 9 pool.
Yeah.
By the way, notice how also compared to last game, so this time Rams immediately builds the command center at the natural before even building a marine. Obviously that's because he scouted the 12 hatch so quickly, so doesn't need to build it inside his main or anything like that. Can just go for it straight away.
Yeah, which is pretty handy, and yeah, it's cool to see Rams really breaking out the standard builds, the 1 Rex expand. I like it, but we already have a gas on the way up for him as well.
Yep, probably gonna be eBay. Yes, there's the eBay. So Rams is sticking to his guns, doing the exact same build for the 3rd time in a row. Eon's like the one mixing it up a little bit. He's gone for 12 hatch into 3 hatch opener. Now I still would imagine this is 3 hatch Muta. I don't really see Eon Zerg doing a lurker opening, especially in this situation. But I mean 3 hatch Muta is just fine as well.
Yeah, that's gonna be absolutely all right for Eon Zerg. It's kind of interesting to see a departure from that 2 hatch Muta style, which he likes so much. And this is gonna be a run by from Eon Zerg. Is it gonna be successful? Just about. Yes, it is gonna be successful. The Marine's gonna have to unload from the bunker, and he's losing a few SCVs up at the front as well. There, Rams not able to really keep those alive very well, but he's doing a little bit of decent micro now. Will probably be able to clean up these last Zerglings, but fighting up a ramp, not such good times for his Marines, and it just manages to save the last couple.
Yeah, the initial control was a bit weird, but then at the end that was really, really beautiful. So just lost an additional extra Marine. Looks like, whoa, meanwhile SCV in the main. Ooh, almost killed the drone there, but didn't quite. Got ganged up on by the drone buddies, so gets taken out there. So that was a bit of a hit to Ramp. I don't think you should mind it too much. And
no,
in the meantime, he's going straight for his +1.
Yeah, very nice early +1 coming in there from Rams. Meanwhile, Eon Zerg proceeding exactly as we'd expect. No sign of anything kind of funky. He's got the lair happening. He's got natural gas happening. It's all completely as expected. We have another bit of an SCV scout going out from Rams. He's going to see nothing out of the ordinary. Eon Zerg making no effort to block any kind of scouting there. He's just completely cool with what he's doing. He's happy in his own skin. Popping out a few more lings actually. He might be able to prevent the SCV count if he's the SCV scout if he's smart. But I think the SCV got in, saw the natural gas. I mean, it's nothing unexpected at all.
And you might even slip into the main here. Oh, the link's coming
like
out, letting that guy into the main, and well, I mean, there's nothing that interesting here anyway. There's no spar yet. Oh, getting blocked by the drone.
Was that deliberate? Not like deliberate.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe the drone was there by accident, but then he deliberately microed it. Anyway, is the spire? Yes, there's a spire. I'm pretty sure Rams would expect a spire anyway. There's no real reason to think it's going to be lurkers at this point. And I think his +1 might actually finish by the time, or be close to done by the time the mutas get there. He's going to have some pretty awesome Marines, but again, he needs to be careful. But yes, he's going for the 4 racks follow-up this time. Like that, he's going to be able to pump out a whole bunch of Marines. Not going to be too worried about these mutas.
No, the 4 racks means he should be really pretty nice and safe, barring any major catastrophes compared to last game. Because last game you could see how he was just so thin on the ground with his Marine count. But that 4-axe is really going to be able to deal with that pretty nicely. He certainly shouldn't die to the mutas. Whether he'll be able to get out and do any significant damage, that's another matter entirely. But he shouldn't die to the muta pressure this time. And his +1, it's going to be a little bit edgy, but I think that might be finished by the time the mutas are eventually out. It probably should be at this rate.
Yeah, something like that. In the meantime, by the way, this Firebat's like trying really hard to get into the bunker and he just can't figure it out, so he's finally going to get around there. It's interesting to me that 2 SCVs were blocking here for so long. Ram's quite concerned about continued Zergling aggression because Eon Zerg, of course, has been pretty aggressive all day long, except in this game. Well, even in this game, I guess he did that run by, so Eon Zerg really likes to keep the pressure on his opponents. Meanwhile, the Spire is just now finishing. We can see the 9 muta in production now with all these larvae. And I just heard some comm stats go down. Meanwhile, interestingly, Eons are getting the close third instead of another main.
That is curious, actually.
Why is he doing that?
I'm trying to think about that now. I'm not quite sure. That is slightly curious because there's no reason why it's more defensible than another main.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he can still just block the top of the narrow ramp on the outside, but he has to be a little bit careful because Marines can actually run in from the inside as well.
Yeah, they can do a little bit of run around action. So basically, you've got to defend 2 ramps rather than just 1 there because, yeah, it's a slightly weird position. But can't quite think of any reason why he'd want the hatchery closer. But there must be a good explanation for it, which I'm sure we'll stumble upon in a second.
But here we go. The range is not even close to done for these Marines. That's really going to be a problem.
Yeah, that is a problem, and. Trying to find the range upgrade. Wow, that's a long way away. Fortunately, it's a fairly quick upgrade, but not super quick. So those Marines gonna have to really watch themselves for a while.
Yeah, I mean, that's the price for getting +1 fast, so these Marines, they have +1 already, so if they do hit the mutas, they'll really tear into them, but it'll just be a little bit harder for them because they don't have the range yet. So he has to be a little bit careful, you see, just kind of stick to the turrets, don't let the mutas abuse their range advantage for the time being, and you can see Eonzerg actually isn't being too aggressive with them because it's a 3-edge muta, you don't need to go too crazy, the main point of these guys is to allow the Thursdays to get up safely. He does do a lot of damage, that's actually okay. He is actually going in though, but it looks like, trying to find a little corner here, range is still not quite done, it's almost there, the Marines are just freaking out a little bit here. I think Eonzerg realizes he can see the Academy's blinking, but okay, gonna take some more shots on the way out and leave the mineral line alone.
Yeah, I think that was the right decision there before range finishes and gets out just in the nick of time. Managed to take out a couple of medics as well, which is nice for him. They were going to be on pretty high energy after all this time, so it's good to get rid of those. Still making up a couple of colonies at the front. A little bit worried about pressure, but not too scared. He's not making them into Sunkens as of yet. Of course, waiting to see if any pressure comes out. Another scan going down on the Zerg natural. So Ram's still testing the water, thinking he might go out. And he's looking very, very tempted. There's no lurkers waiting for him yet, but a few about to hatch out at the natural expansion of Eonzerg. And those overlords keep confusing me.
Muta's going into the back of the natural, trying to take advantage of the time while the Marines are away from home.
It's a lot of missile turrets, though.
6 turrets here, but there's still some vulnerable areas here. Of course, there's no vision on the high ground, so you can definitely still abuse that, but it's going to be a little bit tricky, as you can see. And it looks like a bit of indecisiveness from Rams. He's sending out some Marines to the top right. The rest of them are coming close. Looks like, looks like a bit of a weak spot here in the Terran defense. The Muta's finding it, going to catch a couple of these Marines. Oh, wow, one Muta even dying, though, to those 2 Marines. But look at this, finding a perfect weak spot in the Terran defenses, coming to the depot farm here. Where are the Marines? The Marines coming back home here. Some of the Marines, though, going across the map, going to kill the Overlord that was actually used to stack the Mutas. And here we go. The Muta's going to take some fire on the way out here. Looks like 2 Mutas, 3 Mutas are going to fall. And this top right base, which doesn't exist, is not going to die because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, because there is nothing there to kill, and so Ram's going to be a little bit disappointed when he gets up there. He's going to be able to grab an Overlord, and funnily enough, Eonzerg is actually quite supply blocked at this point, but yeah, this 12 o'clock base looking fairly safe. There are 2 lurkers positioned on the ramp. You could do a little bit of a run around, but the natural expansion fairly well defended as well, so I think Eonzerg is going to be alright for the time being, and yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm still not quite sure what difference having that 12 o'clock base as opposed to the top right has made. But I suppose it's a little bit more accessible for his lurkers to get there and defend.
I guess he was just slightly concerned that Rams might run a random Marine group in, like he sort of almost did, and randomly snipe his third. So he just made it a little bit closer, maybe slightly easier to defend with Lings or something if he really needed to. And it looks like, is this for a command center at the bottom right, or is he actually looking for another base here? Surely he knows about I think he knows about the 12 o'clock because these Marines didn't walk up the ramp. So is he just actually going to get a third now?
Yeah, I think so, because the SCV was already there. I can't think why he wouldn't have just scouted out with that. Although he did go all the way in, and he did... Okay, he actually was just looking for Zerg's third. He must know it's at the 12 now.
Yeah, this is a bit confusing. I'm not really sure what's going on over there, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. We already had Great Despire coming in. I was kind of tipped off by those musics hovering ominously over the back of the natural expansion. And that could be a little bit worrying. The starport is done, but we don't have any science vessels out as of yet at all, which means that this could be really, really tough to clean up.
This actually looks really bad for Rams right now. This is a gigantic Lurkerling force. Defiler Mound is already done. Guardians are going to be popping behind the natural with very little to deal with them. I don't really know what Rams' game plan is right now, but he's got to step it up a little bit.
Yeah,
he's not even supply with the Zerg. He should be ahead, really.
Yeah, he's getting out there finally. He gets a force cleaned up over near the 12 o'clock base. A little bit for free there. I don't know quite what that was doing, waiting around for so long, separated from the main army. The main army is coming on the left now, but I don't think this is going to go very well for Rams. I have to say, that Lurker Ling force is quite formidable. The scan goes down. Rams knows what he's dealing with, but still chooses to push forward anyway. He seems to be a little bit under-medicated as well for my taste. He needs some more medics in there to really help out his army. But here it goes. The big dash coming in from Zerg player. Eonzerg is doing a very, very nice job of cleaning up the siege tanks. He's going to take both of them down with his lurkers. The Marines do still survive, though. So with another siege tank or two, Rams might be able to continue pushing forward. And this is not looking too bad for him.
The Guardians are morphing, though. The Guardians are morphing. And that's going to be a problem. And I think
they're Wraiths. They're a Wraith.
Where?
In the main, there's a Wraith for Rams. So I guess he's figured out this is going to happen. Very, very nice. So that shouldn't be doing too much damage as long as he pulls his SCVs nice and quickly.
The Marines in the front, though, they're in trouble. They got to run.
They just see it in time. and pull back. Nice reaction from there from Rams. Stimming and moving back, but his push is once again further weakened.
Guardians in the natural now. He's losing SCVs. He's got to do something. He's got to pull them. He doesn't want to lose too many. Even if he kills the Guardians, if they kill enough SCVs, it doesn't even matter. Meanwhile, the attack at the front at the same time. Eonzerg now busting out the multitask. Where the hell is that Wraith? Where'd the Wraith go? Where's the Wraith? I can't find it. Oh my god, I don't know what the Wraith is doing. Meanwhile, the Rams going in for an attack at the top right. Action everywhere. Looks like they're just going to run past the one lurker that was there. And looks like, no, these two Marines are not going to die. The lurker is not going to die. He's got one hit left on it. These Guardians are finally getting taken out by the Wraiths, but they've got 4 kills. Almost every single one has got 4 kills. Are these Marines going to kill this hatchery, though? Can they kill the hatchery? He's morphing into a lair because a lot of units are coming in here. It's going to be close. He needs to stim them. And Micro, he's got to kill the lair. He's not going to kill it. And if the lair finishes, it'll have so much HP. Rams is in a terrible position in this game.
Yeah, this is horrible. Eonzerg saves the top right-hand corner very, very nicely. Just at the brink of death right there. Plenty of lurkers now defending. There's no way that's going to be snipeable for Rams. He's going to have to do something serious. That Wraith is just taking its sweet time about killing those Guardians. They're surviving for so long. The natural expansion has been shut down all this time. Oh my goodness, Eonzerg, where are you pulling this quality from? But he is all over Rams in this game.
Yeah, I don't understand how we got from game 1 to this situation. Like, what the hell happened?
I have no idea.
What the hell happened, Rams? I mean, was it like a one-time power, like a time-limited power? You could only use it for one game? And then, I mean, he's killing some drones now, but, oh man, this is just so bad.
He needs a lot of drones to get properly back into this one. He does kill pretty much all of them, so that's not too bad. The drone transfer getting taken down, but, dear, that lair is up, and once again on nearly 700 health, so say goodbye to any chance of sniping that off. A bit of a reinforce going over to the right-hand side now, but they're not going to be able to do too much, not going to find too much that they can actually do that's useful. And Rams is actually looking really quite weak. He's gone for, it's sort of a little bit strange. He's putting out a lot of mech units, and he seems very, very thin on the ground in terms of Marine count. He's still producing them, but I don't know quite where they're all going.
Yeah, I'm not sure. At least it's a nice minefield at his natural, so he won't die immediately. But unfortunately for him, this SCV building at 6 o'clock is going to get spotted, and it's going to get cancelled. I don't know why he didn't just build that at the 9. Maybe he's just scared of more Guardians or something, but, I mean, you know, he's facing a soon-to-be 5-base surge on 2 bases. This is, pretty bad. Alright, looks like we got some Defilers coming in with the Lurkers. The Defilers getting irradiated, but it's not going to be enough, though. But the Lurkers are going to run into a minefield! They're going to run into a huge minefield! Oh my god! Sick mines obliterating like 6 Lurkers right there. Really, really nice move. Meanwhile, another mine in the front is not going to kill Zerglings, because Zerglings are apparently way better against mines. Yeah,
Zerglings are super imbo against mines. But those Lurkers, oh my god, just wandering haplessly through the minefield, and finally those Lings are going to get taken out. They shouldn't have all those mines detonating at once, just a couple of remaining Lings. Not too bad of a trade there. But Rams now looking ready to go once again. I hope this is well considered. He does have quite a few siege tanks, but I don't know if he's got the power to head out just yet. But I don't know really if he can do that much else. His ability to harass is looking pretty low this game. He hasn't got any kind of dropship action going on or anything like it.
Yeah, I guess he's just way too busy focused on like the mech control and stuff. I mean, there's been a lot of action happening. Meanwhile, though, looks like some counterattacks sneaking around the left side here. Gonna go into the natural. 2 empty bunkers.
That's scary.
There's actually 1 full bunker still in the back, actually, with a fire bat. That could help a lot. But here we go. The big move out. A good number of siege tanks with this army, actually. That could really help out against the lurker count. But here is the backstab with the Zerglings and the Defiler going in. There is a vessel there. It actually doesn't have enough energy to radiate, and it's actually just gonna die anyway. But here we go. The Marines running into the bunkers. Where is the Dark Swarm? We need that Firebat to help out here. The Firebat could be key. The mine, once again, does not detonate. However, this Firebat is really being worth its weight in minerals right now. It's roasting a lot of Zerglings, but it's not quite enough. The 11-kill Firebat will fall. Looks like Rams going for the big counterattack at the top right, but there's a Defiler, and oh my god, these tanks are sieging up. They are going to be forfeit to the Lings unless he can splash down enough. It looks like with the splash, he's going to kill most of the Lings, but he lost 3 or 4 tanks there to just Zerglings.
Damn, that's bad. Yeah, Rams really lost the spearhead of his attack in one fell swoop right there. We don't have any science vessels with it either, so any irradiating action. Ultras now coming into the picture. They're not too heavily upgraded, although they are already on +4 shield, but not on the +5 quite yet. But The attack's done. Rams just gets completely cleaned up, and he's got nothing here. He's on 96 supply versus Zerg's 137, and he is just barreling out of this game. Eon Zerg is performing really, really well and in a commanding position. Look at that. Look how many bases he has spread across the top of the map at this point. Such a great split for him. Rams still even hasn't had.
Oh man,
still
third command center denied once again. Why the hell was he even building it here? What the?
Yeah.
It's like outside the natural. Why is it even there? Just try and save it. Just cancel it.
Yeah,
he's gonna save it.
He's gonna save it. And he should probably make it into the left. But no, but seriously, this is bad for Rams. This is really, really bad. The Ultras are coming in now as well. There's only 2 of them, so that's probably not the most efficient use. Nice skirting on the science vessels to take those down. He needs some irradiate here to be able to deal efficiently with the Zerg army. This is quite a lot of stuff coming in piecemeal for Eon Zerg, and it might not be too effective, but even still, he might get some decent mines off. Amidst the Terran forces, the first bounce vulture is going to be cleaned up, but that is only the start of it. There are more coming in from behind. It looks like that CC is going to get taken down. What a waste of money that turns out to be. And Eon Zerg still laying waste in the Terran natural expansion. Dear me, Rams. Looks like Eon Zerg is going to be able to take this one. He should just be able to keep throwing units into that natural now until it's game over time.
Yeah, 65 supply for Rams against 147 for Eon Zerg. GG from Rams. Eon Zerg pulls the 2-1 comeback and gets out of Group D, the group of death, in first place. Congratulations to Eon Zerg.
Wow. After game 1, I did not expect that to happen at all. And 90% of the way through game 2, I did not expect that to happen at all. But Eon Zerg pretty much left it as late as he could leave it to come back into that series. But come back into it, he did, with a great final game. No super aggressive play. Went for a 12-hatch build, took it through to the mid-game, and excelled.
Indeed, indeed. But Rams is not out yet. He will go on to the final match to play against the winner of the upcoming PvT between Doty and Terror. We're going to go to a quick break and then bring you guys that best of 3.
Be right back.